Lots of really good frugal living tips from our viewers coming your way next, and these tips really work.
Before we get started, if you don't know us, I'm Larry.
I'm Hope.
And we're from Under the Median, where every week we bring you videos on practical frugality.
Welcome to Coffee Chat, where once a month we drink really good coffee and we chat with you, our viewers. What are we drinking this month?
Well, today we're drinking Seattle's best coffee. This is a dark roast. It's excellent coffee. It's already pre-ground, so all I have to do is stick this in the machine, put a little water in it, and start it up. It's great stuff. And we drink this daily. This is actually our daily coffee that we drink.
It's organic, it's fair trade, and most importantly, it was BOGO! Buy one, get one free. So it was definitely frugal coffee. Tell us in the comments section what you're drinking while you're watching. Let's get started with our viewer tips. Betty Stevenson said, I have a large garden. I freeze, I store a good portion of our food. One way we save money is to keep a few potatoes back each year to sprout and plant instead of buying expensive seed potatoes. We also start sweet potato slips from last year's sweet potatoes, so we save money there also.
I like the way she reuses her potatoes and keeps it going every year. That's great. Kelly says, line dry all clothes. Use very small amount of detergent. Wash clothes in cold water. Bring your own packed lunch when you go anywhere, shopping, etc. Do not go out to eat. Be prepared and eat your packed lunch and bring your reusable water bottle.
Love a good reusable water bottle. The Roadmap of Life says, I always have a food shopping list going. I add to it as I use things up. Before I go on the next shopping trip, I shop my pantry and my cabinets to make absolutely certain that they are not double buying.
Mary D says, getting creative with all my ingredients. Only have a bit of fruit left that's looking iffy. Put it in a smoothie mix freezer bag. Leftovers looking non-appetizing. Repurpose them into fun new meals. Mashed potatoes as a base for broccoli cheddar potato soup. Ran out of breakfast items. Breakfast is just the first meal of the day. Whip up a nice nutritional meal you would like for lunch or dinner and have it for breakfast instead. Open your eyes to the possibilities.
I love that. Mary, you have a can-do attitude. That is like one of our favorite things in the whole wide world. I'm going to flip to the next page here.
All right.
Laura says, I use my list of questions if I'm buying a non-essential item or non-consumable. A lot of people seem to focus on what you save. I prefer to focus on what I actually spent. It's an interesting mindset flip. What do you think in the comments section? Does it make more sense to you to think this is how much I spent versus this is how much I save? I totally get that. Mm-hmm. By the way, we did a whole video on questions to ask yourself before you purchase anything. We'll make sure we link that video, guys, up above and also in the description of this video.
Michelle in Australia says, I volunteer at 2 food banks, and at the end of the day, I keep everything that hasn't been distributed, like fruits and vegetables, dairy, bread, and sometimes meat, which might be close to the stop date. I use everything up before I purchase anything, and this saves me so much money. Some weeks, I don't have to buy anything at all. Anything looking not so good, I process by cooking, freezing, etc. Nothing goes to waste.
Sophia says, my tip would be do not stock up on anything you don't absolutely need. It is better to have flour, legumes, and salt than 2 bottles of vanilla extract. Yeah, she's got a good point there. You have to balance out your needs versus your wants and make sure the basics are all on hand.
Angela says, I have a set of summer sheets and 1 set of winter sheets for each bed. When I wash them, I put them back on the bed. Cuts down on clutter, money, and time spent folding.
Zincosis says, buy food in glass instead of plastic and reuse them for storage and meal prep too. If you paint your nails, you can get away with cheap color as long as you get a great top coat. That is a really great, because that's what chips, right? Is that top coat.
I hate it when my nails chip. I just hate that. It's awful.
Your nail polish, does it sometimes chip on you?
Jennifer says, I bought reusable furnace filters on Amazon. Over time, I've saved a lot of money. I bought 2, one to use while the other is washed and air dries.
Okay, I love the idea. We do not have reusable furnace filters, and reading her comment made me think maybe we should have them. Jesser says, I only buy groceries that I can freeze or keep in a can now. Helps me not waste any food or the money that I spent. Did you know, like, food waste in the United States of America? Little tangent. What percentage of food does the average American waste? What percentage of their food?
Oh, I would say probably 25%.
It's closer to 40% across the board.
Oh my
I am
gosh.
not joking. That's food waste in the United States of America.
Oh, man.
And not surprisingly, like, the things that are wasted the most are the perishables. So fruits, vegetables, dairy, meat even, which is so expensive these days. That kind of stuff is what goes bad and gets thrown out.
Somebody's already mentioned using a small amount of laundry soap, but Angela measures her. I use a medicine cup to measure my laundry soap. It's exactly 2 tablespoons. Otherwise, I'm tempted to use more. Good for you, Angela.
Yeah, I think we did a whole video once again on how much laundry detergent you actually needed to use. People are shocked with the new higher efficiency washers. It's 1 to 2 tablespoons. You know how you can prove this to yourself? Break open one of those pods, you know, the little fancy pods that you buy to put, do you just throw them in your washing machine? If you break one of those open, the amount of fluid inside is only about a tablespoon. So surprisingly, it takes far less detergent to clean than you think that it does. Lisa says, I use a couple of different gasoline debit cards and save 6 to 10 cents a gallon on gas. Try to find the cheapest gas station near me. One of the cards gives me an extra 10 cents, cha-ching, that's nice, after I buy 50 gallons.
Good way to save gas. Dana says the red mesh bags from the Kroger 99-cent red bag produce display make good scrubbers for cleaning. I never would have thought about using them for scrubbers.
So use the items inside that 99-cent red bag, but save the mesh also. Nancy says, I only purchase new appliances from a local scratch and dent store. I recently purchased a new dryer, which retails for $840 and got it for, this deserves a drum roll, $510.
Wow.
It's energy efficient. The dryer was discontinued or discounted because it has a very small dent on the side. I don't care. We wouldn't care either.
No, not at all. Cynthia says, a tip for making lettuce, spinach, cilantro, or leafy vegetables to last longer in the fridge drawer. Wrap in a paper towel or a napkin. It absorbs the moisture.
Abby says, I learned years ago that if I let lettuce bolt in the heat, it's where it grows kind of that thick stem and it gets real tall, and then it becomes kind of bitter. But if you let it continue to grow after it bolts, that's when you get the seeds from those lettuce stalks. So she lets them completely bolt and she shakes them down in the garden before pulling the stalks and putting them in the compost. And the next year, dozens of baby lettuces come up all over. And when they're an inch tall, she transplants them into rows. Way easier than planting seeds from a packet and way cheaper.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Dana says, we put regular linen sheets on the sofa during warm months and it helps us to stay cooler. In the cooler months, we put on a flannel sheet. Also helps with the dog hair.
Julie Hester gives tips for those of you with 1 or 2 person households. Buy or cook for the entire week, maybe even 2 weeks. Keep your fridge and freezers stocked with fresh food, but make sure that you can actually find it and use it. And make sure that you keep canned foods, including meats, for emergency meals. I think that's good for families of any size.
It's a very good idea.
Take advantage of coupon sales and make sure that you menu plan. So just because you have a small family, what she's saying is you still have to menu plan, which I agree with.
Oh, absolutely. It saves a lot of money when you're planning. Melinda says, my father loved to make his own barbecue sauce using French salad dressing from the store. When the bottle was down to its last few drops, he would put some vinegar in it and swish it around to get those last drops.
So that became the barbecue sauce.
I guess so.
The French dressing mixed with the vinegar.
Yeah.
Clever.
My mother fried up bacon every morning for breakfast. She always saved the bacon grease in a cup in the refrigerator. She used it instead of butter or oil to cook. Many restaurants provide either senior discounts or a senior menu. I have received as much as $5 off the regular price using senior discounts. The eligibility age may be different for each place. It can be as low as 55. Movie theaters, museums, and other places may provide senior discounts as well. Be sure to ask.
Melinda continues with some really great tips. AARP is a great company for anyone 55 and older. $16 a year. They partner with many companies like health insurance companies, car rentals. They also have a travel service. Their publications and website, this I thought was a great part of her tip. Their website is full of information for seniors regarding government programs, opportunities, information on Social Security, health issues, retirement, volunteerism, and financial planning. And she continues with one final tip. Are we ready? I used to grow kale in my backyard. I love this tip. I had a problem with slugs eating the leaves. I heard if you put a small cup or a bowl of cheap beer between the plants, I feel like this is a wives' tale, but we're going to go with it. The slugs will drink the beer. They'll fall into the beer and drown. It actually works. I think the slugs die happy.
For more tried and true advice from you, our viewers, watch another coffee chat. We have it linked right over there.